I'm going to talk about the seven kings. The seven kings. All right, it's in Revelation chapter 17 and verse 11. But I'm going to go and start in verse 10. It says, "And there are seven kings, 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space." See, in verse 11 says, "And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition." See, there's a lot of people do not understand that, what the Bible is saying right here. Now, I'm going to show you. You go to Daniel. Like it's in Daniel chapter 7. See, the Bible tells you in Daniel chapter 7, it said, in verse 4, it said, "The first was like a lion and had eagle wings." Who is the lion nation? Now, all y'all are supposed to know that. Who is the lion nation? The lion nation is Britain. It said, the first was like a lion and had eagle wings. Who is the eagle? What nation is the eagle? America is the eagle. Say, the United States is the eagle. We came out of Britain, the white people. All right. As I beheld until the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made to stand upon his feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. See, we don't have a heart after God anymore. A man's heart is given to it. In the United States, they promote abortion, same-sex marriage, all that, transgender women rights, and all kind of things. Human rights. God already give people their right in His Word in the Bible. You know, you have to obey what God said. The only right you have is what God give you. You know, it's supposed to be obedience to the Word of God. And the man's supposed to be the head of the women, you know, head of his wife, you know, and his children, and raise them up and teach them the right way, the way of God. But they don't do that no more, you know. That's why we have violence in the nation and around the world. They're trying to change God's law, you know. And then whenever you change God's law, it causes violence in the land around the world. All right, so that's made one king. And in verse 5 said, "And behold, another beast, a second like unto a bear, and it raised up itself on one side." See, it raised up itself on one side, and had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. This means like he had 3 countries, a part of the country. It's like he took Ukraine, he took a part of Ukraine, Crimea, and he took Georgia, a part of Georgia, 20%, the lady said, on the news. So, yeah, in Syria now, because it could be another nation, I don't know. But he got troops and stuff in Syria, military base. So that could be the 3 ribs. All right, and it say between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, "Arise, devour much flesh." See, Russia gonna devour much flesh. See all those nations coming against Russia. You see, it's like in the United States, we're in the first and the second beast. In the United States, Britain, all of them, they're coming against Russia, all those other nations too. So like I said, Russia got devour. The Bible said Russia got devour much flesh. I mean, you're gonna kill a lot of people. You got this new weapon and everything. It's the second beast. So, all right. And let's make the second king. So we read about in Revelation chapter 17. It said there was there are seven kings. See, in that beast system, it's going to be seven kings before it's all over. All right, and verse 6 says, after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl, and the beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. You see, a great authority was given to it, that third beast. And he had 4 heads, there's four rulers. See, the third beast, the leopard, had 4 rulers. See, it said, I'm going to read it again. It said, after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads. See, he had 4 heads. Got to remember that. He had 4 heads, 4 rulers. Dominion was given to it. You're going to be ruling the world, those 4 of them. See. That's so that make 6 kings, because we had the lion and we had the bear. That was 2 kings. And that is 4 of them ruling. That's why it makes 6 kings. See. Now in verse 7 says, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful, terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, you see, and devour and break in pieces and stamp the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. See, that make the 7th king. Those 10 horns, those 10 kings, will make the 7 kings. See. And verse 8 saying, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. See, it plucked up. You see that false prophet plucked up them other 3 king who he was with. It's in the leopard. He plucked them up after the 10 horn showed up, so he got with the 10 king. No other 3 beasts that who he was with, he plucked those other 3 up, and he got with the 10 king. See, after he got with the 10 king, then he plucked those other 3 up. See. And by the roots, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of men, and their mouths speaketh very great thing. You see, speak great things. See, the little horn came up among those 10 kings. This is what a lot of people can't see, and they think that he plucked up those 3 kings out of those 10 kings. That's what I'll be hearing a lot of these prophets be saying. But it's not so. He plucked up those 3 who he was with in the 3rd beast, in the leopard. Those 10 horns are going to be still with him, those 10 kings. See, read verse 8 again, saying, I considered the horn, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of men, and a mouth speaking great things. See, plucked those other 3 king who he was with in the 3rd beast, in the leopard. See, when the 10 horn showed up, he got with the 10 horn, that false prophet, that little horn. See, I would go back into Revelation, where we were in chapter 17, at verse 10. And there are 7 kings. See, 5 are fallen. Excuse me, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th. See, and go into perdition. See, that's why the Bible tell you that, saying verse 11, saying the beast that was and is not. See, he was the beast that was, because he was a beast when he was with the third, with the leopard. When he was with the third beast, the leopard. He was the beast that was, and he is not, but it's like change. He got with the 10 king. That's why the Bible said the beast that was and is not and yet is. He's the same beast. See, he's different now. See, because he got 10 horns with the 10 king. But he was the beast, still the beast that was and is not and yet is. See, even he is the 8th. See, he make the 8th that little horn. But he got among those 10 king. So therefore he's of the 7th. See, that's why it's saying that here. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7th, and go into perdition. See, you got to destroy, kill people. See, that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. He's the beast that was and is not and yet is. A little horn, a false prophet. The last pope that will come in, like when those 10 kings get here, 10 horns. You know, there's a lot of preachers, prophets, explain and tell you that, you know, they all confused, you know. But God sends strong delusion that they should believe a lie. That's why you have to check out God's word for yourself. That's what it means, the beast that was and is not yet is. He was a beast before. That's why the Bible tells you that in Revelation 13, when that second beast comes in, Revelation 13 in verse 11, he said, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. See, you come like as a lamb, like Jesus Christ, but be sit in the temple, you know, be like Jesus Christ as a lamb. But he spake as a dragon, you know, could be telling lies and stuff. Now in the verse 12 say he exercised all the power of the first beast. See, he exercised all the power of the first beast. See, the first beast that was before him was the leopard. He exercised, like in Revelation 13, he exercised those beasts were before him. That's why I say another beast in verse 11. The false prophet came in. See, and he exercised all the power of those first beasts. You know, he was in control. He's the Antichrist. That false prophet is the Antichrist. That's what I wanted to show people. He's the beast that was and is not and yet is. Lord, thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of his word.